Hello, you reconstituted chicken parts. Jim Sterling here, and this is the Overwatch beta. Here's some pre-recorded footage, what I took. This was my very first match, actually. This is my very first Overwatch match, my very first experience with Overwatch. And there's Tracer's arse there on screen for any of you who, need that in your lives, because I know quite a lot of people that do. So that's there for you. Brilliant. I am playing as Tracer here myself because obviously you've got to give Tracer a go because she's the famous one. So Tracer is able to blink forward with her magic spells and also rewind time to undo damage on it with her magic spells. So that's good. Now, Overwatch from me so far, just playing the beta briefly on and off this past weekend, is very much a yes so far. I am very into this, actually. It's quite surprising just how quickly I glommed onto it, and I was like, yes, this is a brilliant time for everybody. So anyway, as you can see, you've got defenders and attackers. The game's been likened to Team Fortress a lot, Team Fortress 2. Not entirely unfair comparisons. There's a lot of similarities there. Obviously, of course, been compared to Battleborn a lot because they're both sort of coming out at similar times. So that's me getting to grips with Tracer's powers there. Like I said, my very first time with it. I think I put in a decent innings for someone who'd never played it before. But anyway, I say that just as I get my fucking face shot off. Anyway, what was I talking about? What was I talking about? Oh yeah, it's been compared to Battleborn quite a bit, but they are very different games. The things they have in common is, they're both very cartoony, both have a lot of characters, and are both, nominally first-person shooters, and they, with multiplayer emphasis. Aside from that, they are quite different. They are quite different. Battleborn is definitely more inspired by the old mobbly mobblers, whereas this one is a bit more, I guess you could say, traditional, but it's got, with the skills and everything, it's got similarities, but, they are quite different. That's the main thing. That's the main takeaway. So anyway, Tracer I like. I'm trying to remember if I actually ever pressed triangle in this match to use the ultimate. Every character gets an ultimate that is led to during their gameplay, that's built to, It's pretty ultimate. Each ultimate is pretty ultimate. I may have seen more ultimate, like the Ultimate Warrior. He was pretty ultimate, like probably the most ultimate that you could ever get. But try to go for a second there, push my luck. Of course, what I know now is there was no getting that dude, the Grim Reaper looking fella whose name I've just forgotten, because his skill at that point made him impervious. Didn't know that at the time, and know that now. Very much like Battleborn, it's got a big character variety, and the characters are all sort of, they nominally, I said nominally again, I've got to stop that. I've got to stop using the same word more than once in a video, because otherwise I look like a stupid oopid. But they all pretty different, and they all fall under some broad categories. You've got your tanks, you've got your supports, got your attackers, got your defenders, all that sort of thing. And they've all got their own weird skills and fantastic character design. And I'm really not sure which game I prefer better in terms of just pure visual character design. Oh yeah, I did throw it there. That was a waste of time. Waste of time! And waste of a skill. But yeah, I'm not sure whether I prefer the character designs in Battleborn or Overwatch yet, but they are both fantastic, and both games are just I personally feel, I know some people have complained about how busy Battleborn looks, but I feel visually just really well designed. It's so hard to get fucking brightly coloured, fun-looking games. We've had so much of the whole, and there's nothing wrong with the whole grey, bleak, gritty, war is hell look, but so few games do this and take advantage of just how good colour looks in HD. I've talked about this many times in the past. You'll have heard me going on about it, but you know, these games that have come out at the same time, like, it's just a nice reminder. And they both seem to be doing pretty well. I mean, Overwatch is going to be... It's a fucking Blizzard game. That's going to sell ridiculous amounts anyway. And by all accounts, Battleborn seems to be doing okay. And it's just a nice reminder that games that look nice and are colourful and affable and have lots of fun, silly characters in it can work and succeed. And it's something that there's an audience for. Because, you know, so many games, especially last generation, got focus tested with a bunch of moody teenagers to the point where they were all, you know, grey misery bazaars. I don't know where I was going with that particular description there, but, you know, I'll stick with it. See, I quite like Tracer. Tracer's a good character to play with. You know, one of the faster ones. We've got a really nice pair of weapons there that deal really solid damage. My main issue with using her in this match was just a case of inexperience. You know, I really made terrible use of the rewind function. That went down like a fucking dick there. He's a good character as well. That one's Zenyatta, the robot that just killed me. Didn't get any footage of Zenyatta, but I started using him earlier today and kind of getting on with him. Still sort of field testing which characters I'm actually good at and, well, which characters I'm passable at and which characters I should never be anywhere near. But I've got, let's see, I think I've got like 3, maybe 4 different characters in this video. It's all pre-recorded footage. Again, pre-recorded on PS4, you know, you can go blah blah blah. PC casual, you are casual for not playing on PC, blah 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 if you want. But it's because of people like you that I'd rather play games like this not on PC. Funny how that works. Those attitudes are part of the reason why if I'm playing a competitive multiplayer game that tends to have a lot of communication and community built around it, that I'd rather not deal with you. That's the way that goes. Although that said, playing Battleborn yesterday and got a string of abusive messages by one character who was like, "Do your job and heal," and it's like, well, I was healing, and then they called me a dum-dum, but they used a worse word than dum-dum. I'll tell you that much for now. Tell you that much. I won't tell you what it was. We got kids watching, but God, it was really fucking nasty. I mean, I sent them a message just warning them of their anger issues, but I don't think it copped. Don't think they'll learn their lesson. I think they'll just still be angry at people for playing the video games in a way that they don't want the video games played. Did my goddamn job. Anyway, that was victory. It was alright. We did okay. There's the whole gang. And this is the next match. This is me as Mercy, which so far Mercy has been my main favourite to play as. This is a support character, predominantly a healer. And oh, that was vicious, that bit. That was the play of the match as well. Someone turreted up as the robot whose name I've forgotten and just mowed a ton of us down. But anyway, Mercy is really, really focused on healing. Like all of her skills, more or less, are about that. Use that fly command to lock onto an ally and you kind of whoosh towards them. And their main gun's a healing gun, which you can switch out for a pistol, which, you know, most of the time you shouldn't be using. And her ultimate is a resurrection, which can, well, resurrect. That's the point of that. I apologise if you are paying a lot of attention to the audio of this match and the next match. It was just really good footage, and I wasn't going to let the children that are currently talking over it on microphone kind of get in the way of that. They do talk a lot, like they never shut up, but there you go. Not about anything pertinent either. Not about anything pertinent. Although at the end of this match, two of them do talk about how good I was as a healer. So, you know, that ain't me saying it. That's the opinion of the general public. The 12-year-old general public. Anyway, point is, they talk a lot. But I really was pleased with... I was relatively pleased with my gameplay on this one, so... Keeping it anyway. So yeah, Mercy I like. I also like that she's named... I was going to say named after as if that's what they did on purpose, but no. But her name is the same as one of my D&D characters, which I mentioned on the Battleborn video. Mercy was a character, my second character I made for our D&D Kingdoms of Kalamar campaign. It was a brigand, it was a character class in 3rd Ed Kingdoms of Kalamar. It's actually a pretty shit class, but I really liked the character. He was fun. He was a bastard. This Mercy, not a bastard. Anyway, that's the resurrection there. That's me bringing that character back to life. KFLG Gaming or whatever they're called. And then just keeping all the heals pumped. And that's really just your job as the healer. I could do a bit of killing, but I don't. Not on this. There's a couple of matches where I've had to be a bit more handy with the pistol, but these folks were just, they were very up front in the thick of the fight, so there was a lot of healing that needed doing, which is good. It's fine. There we are. I find it very satisfying, very almost therapeutic. I find that the whole healing thing. It's just seeing people's health bars like dip, and then just there's a satisfaction, a calming satisfaction that one gets from making sure that those health bars stay topped up. There we go. See, it's like scratching an itch. It's like, oh, look at this health bar. Scratch that itch. Yum yum. There we are, bringing them back. Should have waited. Would have been way better to have done it then, but you can't predict things. That's the thing. You can't predict anything. And Kugel Flaming was appreciative of the res, so can't complain too much. I mean, you can, but I choose not to at this point in time. So there you go. So yeah, this is the character I'm mostly playing as, although I have been experimenting, and there are a few other sort of class distinctions that I'm also enjoying, which you'll see in the video. I've got an example of a more offensive character, a support character, a tank, and a defender. I think. Again, I'm just going off rote memory at the moment. But yeah, like, as I said yesterday in yesterday's video, the amount of just quality multiplayer stuff that's been coming out lately, I've not enjoyed multiplayer in years, like I have been lately. So few games in the last few years have really interested me with their multiplayer. It always felt a bit tacked on, or just a bit like everything else. Whereas, it started for me with Battlefront at the tail end of last year, and then moved into Plants vs Zombies, and Battleborn, and Overwatch. Just really good fucking games. just great multiplayer games that are really focusing on multiplayer, like, first and foremost, and you can really see how that's paying off. But games like this seem to have put so much effort into the multiplayer that it's not like a Battlefront situation where you kind of feel the loss of an actual solo mode, If you do this, and you can hear the kids here talking about the votes and why I deserved that voting there, because I was alright at it, so that's good. Quite pleased with myself. They do talk a lot. They do talk quite a lot. And this is me as another character that I think most people would have figured I'd be into. This is Roadhog. He's big and fat, which I like because I could dress up like him. And he has a mask, and then, you know, Jimquisition fans especially will know I'm a big fan of masks. Does a scorpion get over here thing with the chain, like throws a hook on a chain and drags people towards him. Can self-heal, which is cool. Changes the gas mask filter to do it, which is awesome. And just a really fucking powerful shotgun. And I'm not normally a shotgun user, but this one's just fucking beautiful. So yes, I like Roadhog very much. That's just, again, just to use a word I've already used, satisfying to nail that hook. Not so much when you miss like I did there, but otherwise, a lot of fun. Kablooey. Lots of kablooey going on there. I'm liking it. So yeah, very pleased with this character. I think I'm going to be using him a lot as well, Roadhog here. Tried using him before, the guy I was shooting at with the big shield, and him. Got a big shield and big hammer. Not quite my speed, not quite my flavour. Me trying to go for the chain again. Got a bit too overzealous, I think, because I had such a strong start. I got way too overconfident and was like I could fucking kick everyone's ass, and quite clearly I couldn't. Not when old Zenyatta's in the mix. He is, he's pretty lethal in the right hands, even if he's a support character, because he can debuff you, makes you more susceptible to attack. And unlike Mercy, just tosses out his heals, freeing him up to do other things. So I've had fun playing with Zenyatta, but I like Mercy just a bit more, just because her role is so much more sort of set in stone. Just something, you know, I don't have to think. That's what I like, not having to fucking think ever. That was a bad death. Wasn't fun. I've got the volume off, and I can still hear the kids talking. Just I say the volume off, like I've turned the volume on my speakers down to nothing. I could still hear the kids being shrill, just through them. They talked so much. Like, I've got the volume, obviously the gameplay volume down low here. I didn't know at this point that he's invincible when he's glowing in gold, that dude. But yeah, I've got the volume low here, so you won't see just how bad it is. But they came through so loud on my TV speakers. It was so bad. There we go. Some good kills. Good kills. Good kills. Doing all right. There we go. Fucking lovely. Fucking chunky. And of course you change the filter to heal, which is such a cool, it's such a cool fucking idea, just having that gas mask filter animation for a healing. I think Roadhog's a cool character overall. I realised, I saw a comment yesterday that said they weren't too fond of them because they looked very stereotypical, had a very sort of birdy design, that kind of big dude with a chain. Very 80s video games, but I think that's part of the charm with it for me. Aside from the fact that obviously I like masks anyway, and the character is just a ton of fun to play with. I know, I like it. It's got a whole Mad Max vibe to it, this character. I could have done that better. I was hoping to kill them in the air just because that would look cooler, but we got him. We got ourselves a nice little 5-kill streak. It's fun. But yeah, I mean, I've seen players with Roadhog in particular who are just terrifying. People who really can, like, I'm nowhere near good enough. Like, yeah, don't know if I ever would be, but if people, I've seen people with like almost 100% success with that fucking chain. Like, terrifying. Any kind of medium range with them, and it's just no. That didn't go very well. This was actually a bit embarrassing, this death. Stun him and drag him, but then I'm the one that gets fucking chomped. which sucks. It sucked for me. But again, what can you do? Ain't nothing you can do about it. Oh, this was me finally working out that, well, finally remembering that the gun has an alternate fire mode. Because you get the standard short range blast, but you can fire something that's got a bit more of a mid range punch to it. Although it requires a bit more precision. So anyway, that was me using that at this point. Like I said, this is pretty much all the footage here is my first real time with any of the characters. So still got a lot to get to grips with. Been doing some of that grippery this morning. Really trying to get a handle on the game. But yeah, I've been super impressed. I've got definitely getting the game at launch. And there'll be a review, of course, on thegymposition.com. I don't know if I'm getting a review copy or not, or if I'll just be picking it up. Either way, fine by me. It just means the review will be, you know, sometime in the week after the launch, if I am chasing it. Don't even know if I know anyone at Blizzard anymore. It's been a long time since I've, shit, I don't think since Diablo 3 I've ever had cause to.
Yeah, see, they stopped doing it for a second.
Yeah, blimey, God, Diablo 3's old. Anyway, final match on the agenda here is Junkrat. That's the name of the character. Junkrat is all about making things blow up. You can't really say fairer than that. Can lay a steel, like, bear trap style thing on the floor. Can throw a grenade, as you saw there. Well, grenade, a remote control mine. You throw that on the floor and you can detonate it. And their gun is just full of bouncy nades. It's a very fun character just because of how chaotic he is to use. And that was brutal. It was a cool way to die. Even when I was dying there, I was like, you know what? That's the best way to go so far that I found in the game. If I'm gonna die, I'm glad it's that way, instead of going down like a punk like I normally do. Anyway. Junkrat I am enjoying. This was my second time with Junkrat. I very briefly tried him out the night before, but didn't get on with him. But I figured I'd try him one more time. And yeah. Yeah. I realised that just saying yeah twice in not very quick succession isn't that descriptive, but he's very fun. Very fun, very energetic. Has a really cool ultimate, as you'll see here. Boom. And then quickly deal with Winston, the gorilla. And that was a nice little double kill I got there. It was alright. Here we are, just doing some capturing. Who's a Tracer player? People who are good with Tracer are the worst to deal with. A bunch of arseholes. Anyway, that was Overwatch. That was me playing a bit of Overwatch. Hope you enjoyed watching me play a bit of Overwatch. It was a bit of Overwatch that I played. And, oh look, it's me with the play of the game. I mean, that just shows you how bad everyone else was, really, but it was a cool little double kill. I thought so anyway. It was neat. And that's that. So that's 4 of the characters. There's a ton of other characters. And I'm looking forward to getting to grips with a lot of them. I'm really looking forward to the full game. This so far is a really big thumbs up. So that's nice. And I'll see you next time. Bye.